The challenge painting this apple in watercolour is that we have distinct red stripes and spots surrounded by distinct areas of green. If we allow these two colours to mix either in our palette or on the paper, we'll end up with brown, which we don't want. Here's how I tackle it. I draw out the most prominent stripes in pencil. Then I paint a watery green wash all over the green areas. On the red areas, I use yellow ochre, as this is a neutral colour and can sit underneath both red and green without creating an undesirable visual mix or brown. Then I use my green with some of the yellow ochre in it thicker to build up the green midtones, leaving the red stripes as gaps. Once it's dry, I build up a reddy brown mix on the areas of that colour. I then use my red mixture on the most red stripes, creating the dots and lines with my brush that are a feature of the pattern. Now that my red is down, I can see that my greens need to be darker. So with the red now dry, I build up my greens around them. To help unify the apple skin and to get the overall colour looking right, I now use neat yellow ochre over the red and the green areas. Again, this is done while the layer underneath is dry. Only now I'm more confident that these green and red midtones are as dark as they should be, do I go in with my darkest reds. Once this dark red is down, it will be harder to work around it without it bleeding. The appearance of colour is relative, so that when I do lay down the red, it becomes clear to me that my greens are too green and need some more yellow ochre on top of them to bring them to the right kind of colour. Now I can go back to my dark reds again and add some more detail. Lots and lots of little dots and lines to create the right kind of impression of this pattern. Finally, I can step right back and, once dry again, I can add a little bit more dark green in and then a final few dark red details too. And I've finished. So you can see it's all about building up our layers gradually, letting each one dry and using a more neutral colour like yellow ochre to help unify our two contrasting colours, red and green, without muddying them up and creating brown. If you've enjoyed this tip video, please visit watercolorswithwow.com for information on the materials I recommend, more tip videos, my advice blog, and lots more. Thanks for watching.